A long time ago in a faraway land, there was a wise man. One day the wise man was sitting in his garden with his young son. It was a beautiful day and they were both very happy. Then suddenly the boy asked his father, "How do you know that God is real?" The wise man thought for a moment how he could best answer his son's question. He looked around the garden and saw a small candle on a nearby table. He got up, picked up the candle, and came back to sit down next to his son. Then he said, "Do you see this candle?" The boy nodded. "When it's lit, what will happen?" The boy thought for a moment. "You're going to burn your fingers." The wise man smiled and said, "No, my boy, when this candle is lit, the darkness in this room will disappear." The boy didn't understand, so the wise man carried the candle with him into the house. They entered a dark room with a closed door, and the wise man asked his son to stay outside while he went inside. The boy heard his father strike a match and a small flame immediately appeared. Then the boy heard his father say, "See, even the smallest light can defeat the greatest darkness." After that, the wise man came out of the room with a smile on his face, and his son could unsee any darkness on his father's face either. After some time, the boy asked his father again, "So how do you know that God is real?" The wise man put his arm around his son's shoulder and said, "My son, when you do good things, you may not always see the results, but that doesn't mean the results haven't happened. For example, when I lit that candle, I didn't see the darkness disappear, but I felt the warmth of the flame. And when I saw your face, I knew that the darkness had disappeared." When you do good things, plant a seed of kindness, help an animal or a person in need, say a kind word or a prayer, do good to others without expecting anything in return. Because, my son, when you do good, you may not always see the results, but that doesn't mean the results haven't happened. In the same way, God works. You may not always see his work, but that doesn't mean he isn't working. Because even the smallest light can defeat the greatest darkness, the boy thought about his father's words and realized that even though he could unsee the darkness, he could feel the warmth of the light. And that's all that mattered.